Hey guys, we're gonna read chapter 8 of Restart. We're on the chapter Shape Ambrose. He's gonna be doing the talking. Last time it was Shoshana that was talking again. And remember, she's Joel's sister. She's the one who was holding a huge grudge against Chase because of what happened between him and Joel. So let's see what happens today. The Hiawassee Middle School Hurricanes play a preseason scrimmage against East Norwich on Sunday. I make it a point to be there, not as a player, but as a member of the video club. Miss Del Leo put me in charge of athletics for the video yearbook, so the game is as good as a place to start as any. As I climb the bleachers, the flip cam is an awkward weight in my hand. I don't feel like a video club kid, not that I can recall being any kind of kid. This is supposed to be the site of my greatest glories, yet I've lost all that. The sight of the players on the field doesn't bring back a rush of gridiron memories. I guess I always pictured vast crowds cheering my name, but there isn't much turnout for the scrimmage. Maybe a couple of dozen kids and a handful of other people scattered around the stands. I raise the camera and shoot a couple of plays. Brendan said I was a natural filming how to clean your tricycle. That was easy, though. That stunt at the car wash was the craziest, funniest, most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I honestly couldn't look away, and since I was watching through the camera viewfinder, I captured the insanity from start to finish. It would be wrong to say I had the time of my life, since I can't speak for my life before the accident, but it was more than enough for Brennan to convince me that the video club was the place for me. A foghorn voice drowns out the PA announcement broadcasting over the loudspeaker. "Champ, over here!" It's my dad, sitting in the fourth row with Helen. "I never miss a game," he exclaims, assuring me that he was here on the 50-yard line, week in and week out, all through the 28-year gap between his state championship and my own. Helen's turning into a real fan, too. My half-sister set up an impressive array of dollhouse furniture on the metal bleachers and is playing with a couple of Barbies. As far as I've seen, she hasn't looked in the direction of the field once. For such a big Hurricanes fan, Dad sure doesn't seem to have any fun watching them play. The longer we sit, the darker his mood gets, blackening and lowering until it hangs over him like a line of thunderheads. "Did you see that?" he complains. "The left guard is supposed to cut block on that play. Otherwise, there's no hole for the running back." Or, "Our quarterback doesn't see the field. He had a man wide open in the end zone." Or, "What kind of tackle is that? Did you use to tackle like that? I never tackled like that." I don't remember anything about playing football, I tell him honestly, zooming in tight on the hurdle. So I have no idea how I used to tackle. "Yeah, well, it was a lot better than that," he snorts. "You used to wrap up your arm and bring him down properly." By this time, the Hurricanes were on the wrong end of a 24-7 score. It's funny, I've forgotten everything about my own football career, but I know the game itself. When I shoot footage of the action on the field, I get what the players are doing, or at least trying to do. Either East Norwich is an all-universe, or this year's Hiawassee Hurricanes aren't a team of destiny. I have no idea how good I am, but it's hard to believe that one person can make the difference between these stumblebums and last year's state championship. We're out of sync, I observe. The O-line is opening up some good holes, but the backs are never in the right place to run them through. "Exactly," Dad slaps me too hard on my back shoulder. "That's what I always say. We've got the talent. We do when you're on the field anyway. All we need is the timing." I'm sure it isn't the first time my father and I have ever agreed on something, but it's the first time I actually remember. That's another thing amnesia made me forget, how much I like his approval. Helen had dismantled her Barbie condo on the bleachers and is bored out of her mind. "Daddy, can we leave?" "Not yet, honey." He doesn't even glance away from the field. It's still the third quarter. I opened the flip cam on her. "Why don't you set up the furniture again? You can make a movie about your dolls." She curls her lip at me. "They're Barbies." "Barbie can be a movie star," I offer. As she places the plastic chairs and table with great care, quarterback Joey Petronas throws an interception that East Norwich runs back for yet another touchdown. That does it for Dad. He goes off on a diatribe against the players, the coaches, even the guys who make the chalk lines on the field. I'm not immune either. He finishes with, "What are you doing with that camera anyway? You should be in this game, not taking pictures of it. I know you don't remember how good you are, but I promise you, you are that good." I smile to tell him I'm only here to cover the team for the video yearbook, but something makes me swallow the words before they hit air. I understand on a gut level that isn't what Dad wants to hear. Instead, I find myself saying, "I want to get back on the field. As soon as the doctor gives the okay, you'll see, I'll be out there. Dad nods, pleased. That's who we are, champ. We're Ambrose men. We're the doers. Other people take pictures of us. Helen acts out an entire storyline with her Barbies. I captured it on video, all the while keeping up a running game commentary with Dad, who doesn't seem to be a Barbie guy. Surprise, surprise. When I play my footage back to Helen on the tiny screen, she squeals with delight. And there, sitting on the bleachers in the front of a bad football game, it happens. I remember. There's nothing wrong with my ability to remember. I remember everything that's happened since I woke up in the hospital. But before the accident, except for what weird image of the girl in blue, nothing. Until now, it's a flashback of Helen. She's probably what triggered it because of my memory. She's squealing like she is now. Wait, no, it isn't a happy sound. Her cheeks are red, her face twisted, and she's about to bawl. In the memory, I'm holding a stuffed teddy, her favorite. I remember that too. Actually, I've got the bear in my left hand, and it's my head in my right. Oh, I ripped the head off a 4-year-old's teddy bear? Definitely not the memory I've been hoping for. But still, I remembered something, I exclaim out loud. Yeah, what? Dad actually turns his attention from the game. Something from before the accident. See? He's triumphant. I told you there's nothing wrong with you. You'll be back in commission in no time. And man, do we ever need you out there. On the field, our halfback takes a handoff and is buried under a pile of East Norwich jerseys. Dad's looking away, so he misses it. A tiny gap in the weak side of the defensive line. Our guy could have hit that. I would have hit that. A stutter step to the left, that's what I would have done. Juke out the linebacker and gone. My shoulders shimmy as I make the imaginary cuts in my head. I see it now. I was a player. Correction. I am a player. And as I picture it, the image of the headless teddy bear starts to fade. After all, it's just a stuffed toy. Helen is perfectly happy now. No harm, no fall. I bet she'll forget it ever happened. Well, Chase is starting to remember, and that little bit at the end is kind of in a negative direction. He seemed really bothered by the teddy bear thing, and then all of a sudden, it kind of seemed like he wrote it off as no big deal, and he's going to his jock ways. Really curious what's going to happen next. See you next time.